I am K Bella, and this is BellaTalks, where we talk about fitness, fashion, finance, and life. And I have a big heavy hitter. She is TikTok, Instagram, YouTube famous. She's like our local celebrity, and she's like actually like worldwide now. I mean, she done been traveling all over the place. I mean, had a little thing with Mr. Country Wayne. So we have none other than Miss Nora to the show. Welcome to the show.
An introduction. I don't even know how to act. Did you get that? You know, thank you. You made it down. Boom. Okay.
I'm just telling the truth.
Okay, y'all heard that right. She said what she said.
I
okay?
said what I said.
Okay.
I am telling the truth.
Yeah,
like, hello.
Okay. And now I am on Coco. I am with Coco.
On BellaTalks.
That's a big deal.
This is a big deal.
Yeah, because I was wondering. Yeah, I was trying to get here. I was looking, I subscribed when you told me to subscribe. When you were telling everybody, I did that. Yeah, and then I seen everybody popping up. I'm like, yeah, I did. But this your show. Go ahead. yeah, you get on here who you want to get on here. Right, yeah.
Tell them what I told you when you asked me. Because like I did with the introduction, you are a big deal now. So that's why I was just like, I'm going to just wait, because looking at your Instagram, it's like you traveling, you doing stuff. So I'm going to wait to just pull back and see if she want to come on the show or if I have the right time to reach out to her. It's so a lot that be going
right
on.
Now, right? That's what
I'm making my argument.
Okay.
I'm doing that.
I'm let you have it.
I'm doing that.
I'm let you have it.
I'm just saying, because I just didn't want to like.
So let me
get in the way.
Remind those of you who know that Coco and I did my very first social media monetization class.
Yes.
Coco and I have each other's phone number.
Yes.
Coco and I forever talk whenever we meet.
But
so there's no excuses.
Oh, is you doing this right now?
Okay, I'm sorry. Cut that part.
Are we doing this?
Because I was just making sure that everybody knew that this relationship right here ain't just start right here, okay? So I don't want nobody to think by far that I'm too busy for Coco.
Oh.
Coco, let me tell you, and I know this is your show, but I'm telling you. So Coco, before I even met her, she was sharp, and she still is sharp. But so what did I do? I didn't put her all on my social media talking about this is gonna be my girl who dressed me. You forget about all that. And this is I'm the 120th one on your podcast. Okay, keep going. All right, I'm sorry. I had a moment. Sips, right. I'm sorry, I had a moment. Next question. I'm sorry, I had a moment.
But this was before the blow up.
What? We ain't never fell out?
No, I'm talking about you blowing up on your social media platform.
Okay, so let me explain them kind of people.
Please explain it.
See, I give my number to people that I like. So I don't care where I may go, because God gonna take me some places, y'all. Just hold on. I don't care where I go. Coco has the number. Because there's some numbers I give out that don't be right. 8675309. 777-9311. 489-3608, and I'll be here. I mean, I don't know. I give away some numbers, okay? So, but Coco has the number.
Oh,
but I'm just gonna leave that there,
Yeah, we gonna. Yeah. So we are finally here.
Just can I get an apology?
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
This
sorry.
is like.
You apologize, but you're not sorry. You Coco.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, okay. I'm sorry.
We on the show. You gonna get. That's what happened when people assume.
Don't make me cuss.
Right.
But they know that.
They know what it. Yeah. Okay. They know how. So I assumed that she was too busy, but she here now. So that's all that matters.
With thee.
And I'm here with the Miss Nora Potts.
And I wish she would have dressed me for this. She all over that glamorous.
I mean, we on the jean, we like kind of coordinated. We rocking
with
jeans.
my Goodwill top.
Listen, mine is Target. It's not that far from.
Oh, it's far from Goodwill.
No.
Target is everything.
No, depending on where you go, some of them Goodwills be out of their mind.
Oh, well, I got this out of Hawaii.
Oh.
Keep going. I did. I was so happy to wear this today too. And it's so hot outside. I said, I'm gonna wear this. I don't know when the next time I'm gonna be. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
I was gonna wear this.
Here you
today.
go. Here you go.
Okay.
You look cute.
Thank you.
So,
I'm sorry.
so tell us, we're gonna start off how we normally started off. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am Nora Potts. I am not 63. I am not 85. I am just 50 years old. So,
Who said you were 60?
girl, that's how I went viral, but I ain't mad. Somebody stole my picture, and if you out there listening, thank you, because you did me a world of good when I did not think it was good. Like, I literally went through depression.
Are you serious?
When they first took a thing viral, I went through straight depression because it was like all eyes on me. I didn't know how to handle it. And I'm like, why y'all picking on me? And, you get all these different people from everywhere. And then I had to learn to block out the noise and take advantage of what God has put on my plate.
Right.
So yeah, but thank you. Whoever did it, and they stole my Goodwill pictures, girl. I was mad at first, but things work together.
Yeah, all things work together.
So yeah, I'm here with Coco.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they literally tried to age shame you, but it all turned out for something that was bigger than what they could see.
Yes. And on my mirror, and I should have known, on my mirror in my bathroom, it says, Nora, you are more than a human eye can see.
Right.
And I kept that there, not knowing what it meant.
Right.
But one day it came to my spirit, and I do a lot of crafting, so I got my little Cricut out and made my little sticker for the top of my mirror, and that's been there for years. So now when I see it, I leave it. You should see how I wipe my mirror, girl. It'd be so, cause it's just a little decals. So I wipe my mirror real easy, but every morning I see, Nora, you are more than a human eye can see. And although when I look in the mirror, I might not see who everyone else, because I still wonder why.
Right.
People follow me. I'm like, why y'all? But but no, so.
Well, to me, I feel like that's a big, that you were able to turn something negative and make it in something so big and have the platform that you have now. So I'm going to kind of skip over how you started, because that's kind of like how it started with you going viral. But what inspires you and what keeps you motivated from that time of where you felt that, oh, this is just, a bad situation, and you inspired yourself to make it out of something good?
What inspired me? I'm going to be honest.
We're here to be honest.
It was a little bit of conceit.
Ooh. Let's talk about it.
Because as I was growing up, I was always skinny. I was always what the girls called me ugly. Like it was so many. I was body shamed.
Right.
My ears are big. So when the world started seeing me and I'm reading the comments and it's like, oh, she's beautiful, she's beautiful, she's beautiful. It's almost like I had to train myself to believe I was beautiful.
Right.
So
right.
And I don't want to say concedence in a bad way.
Right.
It taught me self-love. So I try my best to stay humble, but now I can look at myself and I say, girl, you beautiful. Before there was no sex appeal about me. There was no, so it just kept me going. Like, oh, if they like that, like I didn't think anything of the picture that they shared.
Right.
But if they like that, then let me give them this. So the more and more I fed them, I fed my spirit on my own.
Wow. So that was pretty much where you're pouring into what you feel like people like, but it was really pouring into yourself.
It was pouring into myself.
Wow. That is amazing. That is amazing.
I never told them that.
I never heard that. I heard your story, but I never heard that part of it. So now it's like a really big eye opener. So we know what keeps pushing you. Now, I'm curious, and I know everybody here is curious. How did you link up with Country Wayne? That was like, when we seen you on his skin, we were like, Nora done made it. Like, we up there like, Nora on Country Wayne.
Like, you are not, girl, you give me a high five. That's that 50-year-old thing popping out. So what had happened was, Country Wayne had a concert, comedy show in Naples. So it was my first time taking my son to a comedy show, him and his girl. And I'm like, hey, y'all want to see Country Wayne? So back then, I was so worried about my crafting. You see the sweat? No. But I took my son to a Country Wayne comedy show in Naples. And I got the VIP seating because I was so into my crafting that I said, if I make some dominoes with Country Wayne on them, I can give them to him. I had to make some dominoes for Trick Daddy. That's my I had a moment. So I had to make some dominoes for Trick Daddy. It was just in between. Anyway, so he had put Trick Daddy had put the dominoes on his reel or story or something. So I had got so many orders from Trick Daddy that I'm like, oh, let me do Country Wayne. So y'all, I done got there, right, sitting in the front. I seen Rolanda, and the gray hair and all, which I love Rolanda. On and off stage, she's awesome. But I'm sitting in the front, so he started talking to my son, making all these jokes. He was like, hey, who she with? Because my son was right here, but his girlfriend was like behind us, so it looked like me and my son was together. Right. And he was like, no, that's my mom. So he looked, he was like, hey, I like old people, right? So I'm like, oh. So then he started talking about my gray hair and started making, he didn't know I made these dominoes yet. So he was just going on and on. So he probably did like 3 minutes of Ride Nora. Let's talk about Nora. My son say for the right price. Yeah, my son sold me. He sold me. But anyway, when it was all over, he allowed us to take pictures with him. And I gave him some dominoes. And he was like, how you know I play dominoes? I'm like, I didn't. It's my thing, what I do. I left a card in it and everything. And probably about 2 weeks later, he said, he inboxed me and told me he's been winning with his dominoes since he got them. I didn't even know he still had them, paid attention. People give you stuff all the time. So I'm not sure that. So he was like, would you be interested in being on my show? I'm looking like, is this the real? So many messages. At that time, I think I had like 60,000 followers on Instagram. That was a real big deal to me. But I'm thinking, oh, this ain't Country Wayne for us. So I went to looking. I'm like, it was actually Country Wayne. So that's how it all started. And it took a long time from the time that he asked me to come to the time, because I had a funeral. Right. I was going out of town. I had so much stuff planned that I'm like, this man ain't even gonna wanna. Right, because now you got all this space. Yeah. And I had just got some fresh braids down to my butt. And they was like, take the braids out. Are you serious? My friends was like, because they wanted that natural, you didn't want the, so they wanted me, they showed me different pictures of what they like on my Instagram. And it was such an opportunity that I took those braids out. Wow. But it was well worth it. It was. And when I got there, they showed me VIP treatment. And I went by myself. None of my friends went. And at that moment, is it because they wasn't able to go? I didn't even ask. You didn't. He's like, just to be honest, I didn't even ask. I'm just gonna go by myself because I probably have I just need to feel what's going on. In this world, I have learned there are things that we have to do by ourselves. Right. And absolutely. That kept hitting my spirit. And a lot of people do not understand social media. Right. So when they look at me, like my regular friends, you kind of look like, oh, this went to her head. Not knowing the big picture of it is, I can be monetized soon. I can be seen. I can go somewhere. I don't have to be the same Nora Potts that I've always been. There's a big world out there, and you can fit in somewhere. Mm-hmm. So when I had the opportunity to go and nobody jumped up to go with me, I can tell them we all going. I can tell them we all going. But when I said this is the opportunity for me to go meet Country Wayne and we can do this, and nobody wanted to go. No. They didn't see what you like, what the picture that you saw. I don't know if they just interested in. It just wasn't like. I think I might have been too happy. But that's usually when your friends want to go. Girl, hush. I'm just saying, if I was
happy about. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying.
I was happy about going somewhere. Girl, this is. They're gonna be like, girl, let me know I'm gonna have my bags packed. Like we gonna figure this out.
So in my life, I learned that there are some things I have to do alone. That does not take from them being my friends, but I have some very loyal friends.
Right.
But it just, God put me in a place. And Nora, if they're not there, I'm still God.
Right.
If no one believes in you, I'm still God.
Right.
You know, so a lot of times in my life when I felt like it was, and I'm not gonna make this because you know how I appreciate things.
Oh, we do
Yeah.
Let them have your way. Have your way, Lord.
A lot of times in my life when I felt like people abandoned me or left me alone, it was when your old poem, I don't think you know it ain't in the Bible, but the footprints and the sand type thing. Mm-hmm. It was then when I seen God at His work. Right. Because if I would have took people with me, maybe I wouldn't have gotten the same love that was shown at that moment. Maybe I wouldn't have met the different people that I met at that moment. Maybe I wouldn't have got the different opportunities that I have had. So sometimes people hinder you, and if God separated them for such a little moment,
right,
if they're friends, they'll be back.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And I'm one of those girls that I make up. I don't hold grudges. If me and you get into it, we gonna be friends. Because for one, it's gonna bother me. How did I love this girl at one time and I can't love her again? Right. You take these men back, that didn't, but I can't take my friend back. Oh no, I'm going to get Coco. So that's just the way I see in life. But that was a moment I had to go by myself, and I had a ball. I was in a nice hotel. I was eating good. Driver, and we can't just say Country Wayne. Right. Okay. It was like he has a brother, Arby. He was the one that saw me. Wow. So Arby saw me. Okay, let me back up. Arby saw me, the brother, and he was following me. And he said, man, we need to get her on here. So Country Wayne said something to me. It kind of, he didn't know he was talking to the same Domino's girl.
That's what I was just going to say. Like, how did that line up? That's so crazy that
he didn't know.
You gave him Domino's. You went to his show, but the brother already was following you.
He was already following me. And when he told him about me, he said, we got to get this girl on there. So Country Wayne said he had been looking, but never reached out or nothing. And when he finally got me, and I told him, I'm like, well, you know, we talked about the Domino's or whatever. His brother was like, I didn't remember you at that show. His brother goes on every show with him. Okay. But he was like, I didn't remember you at that show, but yeah, I was at that show, so.
Wow. So that is a really, really big deal. So since that's happened, what other opportunities probably opened up from just being on that type of platform?
So what aggravated me the most was, I believe I would have been a full-time Country Wayne, but I was working a 9 to 5. And at that time, I was not monetized on social media. So I was working, and not only was I working at a church. So my pastor didn't understand the social media rigmarole, and you know, people would come back and tell him, oh, Nora had on a bathing suit at that beach. Look, you can't hide this sexy. I'm sorry. Bathing suit at the beach. I don't know what they wanted me to wear.
But I'm just saying, a bathing suit at the beach, don't you make...
Girl, they told
so
me.
What is there to tell?
I could have had on a full piece, I guess. Because I'd be wearing 2 pieces.
Oh, wow.
I'd be all in my 2-piece polo.
Ooh, I
I'd be on the beach.
Grown, though. I thought it was an adult.
So they were telling on me. So being I worked a full-time 9 to 5, the days he needed me was during the week because he was actually touring on the weekends. So I think I didn't miss my chance.
You didn't?
I didn't. Because, I don't know, I probably would have been breaded now, friend.
Oh, I mean, you would have been breaded, but you know what? Everything happened for a reason, and it's in God's timing.
Give me a reason.
It's in God's timing. Because, like you said,
give me a reason, because they making money now. You see them?
But I'm just saying, it might be focused. Now that you done got monetized, now that you done got your own platform, it might be down the road where he might come back and be like, hey, I need you for this. And
you already away. We're going to tag him in this.
We're going to tag him.
And you getting tagged.
Back again.
Check his director. But I had to remind myself.
Be back.
What's the next question?
Right. But yeah, on a serious note, what are we planning to see from you in the future? Because I know it's going to be big things. Every time you come on my feed, I'm like, where is she at now? What is she doing now?
I be on go.
Like,
the
it
world
was
is too big for Nora Potts not to experience it. I'm going to see everything I can see. Coco, when I say, I think I've been to 9 to 10 different places in a year with 3 to 14-day stays.
What?
Yes. I went to Aruba by myself.
By yourself?
I went on a cruise alone. Girl, I ain't waiting for nobody. I told you when God sent me up there, he told me I could do stuff by myself. I believe in what he said. That's what God said, and I'm going to do it. Passport came in the mail. I said, well, stay up every time I get a chance.
See, you and my sister are just like, she will go on a solo trip in a minute. And I'm like,
I'll probably only do like a cruise by myself.
She went with one of our good friends, but she's very much into solo trips. And I'm like, girl.
The only reason I say I only do a cruise because I'm in this section. Cameras everywhere on that cruise.
Right.
People don't know it, but cameras everywhere. There's always some kind of interactive something that you can do. You got like a club. You got like
everything in one.
Everything. And it got me. So
now I'm just gonna say, because I know you a big deal. Did anybody?
She said about big
you
deal.
Are. Did anybody notice you on this cruise?
So the funny thing, every cruise I go on, everywhere I go, someone notices me.
That's crazy.
I'm in St. Louis with my daddy one day, and me and his wife was walking in Goodwill, I believe it was, and a lady with gray hair. So it's always something. Yes. A lady with gray hair. She was like, I follow you on Pinterest. I'm like, okay. So the only time I went somewhere and nobody said one word to me was when I took my boyfriend. Girl, they ain't say nothing. We went all the way to
They probably didn't want to be like.
They can say hi.
Some people they just feel weird when you're with your significant other.
Yeah, man, they thought I was single. Girl, I was single for so long. I'm bragging. I try to act like he did that. Girl, they try to act like I was single. I would.
Oh, but
let's put that in there real quick.
But you know how when you with somebody,
girl, that's enough. They might not even talk your thing.
No.
Drop it out. You can see on my analytics where when I put my dude up, they disappear.
Are you serious?
So let's not talk about him. You might lose some. Girl, don't do that. Let's stop. He there though. But we don't do that. Drink tea or whatever. But no, so now I had a come to Jesus moment with my social media. I got to an all-time high with social media for myself, where I was bringing in on one platform alone 100,000 a year.
Say what?
But you don't like Facebook. Keep
okay, we're gonna talk after the show. Yeah. But then we're gonna come to this because
you think I travel on my looks? It don't work.
I'm just saying, as far as, because are you?
What just happened? No, she don't like Facebook. That's my fault. So I'm gonna promote Meta at any moment through this podcast.
Are you gonna do another?
Yeah. I'm actually in the process of making monetization materials. I want to cater to church organizations, how to build, because we're losing our young people, and social media is like a grabber for the youth.
Of course.
And if you're not showing people how good God is, you can talk about God and they never know this God, but I want to teach the churches how to get the attention of the youth.
Right.
How to bring them back.
Right.
To where we came from.
Exactly.
And this world is so much different from the 70s and the 60s and the 50s.
Right.
And I know throughout those times we didn't have social media. So we had to actually put our words in action, and we had to do what we had to do in order to succeed. But now you think you can sit behind a computer, push buttons. We have to bring the youth back in the church.
We do.
So I really want to show churches how to bring the youth back.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
So that's my thing. And my next one.
What are you doing?
Just a little bit.
If we in frame, leave it alone, because that's too much of me trying. When you do movement, I have to do too much.
So now you got to cut all that out.
Yes.
So yes, I do plan on doing more with social media monetization, classes and courses and literature and stuff of sort. The eye opener for me was when I was making the bigger dollars on social media, which I'm still doing fine. I don't have to get a day job. I don't have to get a night job. I don't have to get a part-time job.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, but I could not continue to make the money I was making because I had gotten to the point where I was more so selling my beauty instead of my mind.
Right.
So God has a way of humbling you. And when social media in March of 2023, God allowed them to cut my money.
What?
And I was on a trip, girl. I was so mad. I got a pink slip while I was at work, girl. I was so mad. They came right back and remonetized. Say the word. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But they came back and gave me the money again, but they gave it to me at a different level. So now I really got to work to make my money. But the good thing about me working is me and God was having a conversation where, God, I don't want to continue to make money because I'm sexy, because I am what they consider to be sexy.
Right.
So the things that allowed me to do that, the different musics that they had and ways to make the money, they took them away. So now I had to use my mind, and all I know is God. Like, I don't know how to talk sexy to you. I don't know how to do, so I have to show y'all Nora Potts. So it made me revamp, and now I'm coming back with Nora Potts. I'm coming back with Nora Potts, what God has done, ageless beauty, love the skin you're in, right light for a selfie.
Right, because that was like the first.
I had to come back.
Yeah, that was the first. Yeah.
So he pulled me full circle, but I am doing still well. All of my platforms are mine. Not Twitter. Twitter, girl, Twitter. Ooh, I don't even look at Twitter. I got on Twitter and Twitter talked about me so bad. I put something up there, girl. You know I be joking all the time. Twitter clowned me off to the point of I had to take the posts down. Twitter is too advanced for me. Twitter is for
girl. So Twitter was doing all that.
Girl, Twitter. Whoo, I got like 12,000 followers on Twitter, and I don't care if they come or go. I don't even really go on it.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, other than Twitter, and Pinterest does not pay me either, but I got like 7,000 followers on Pinterest.
I think Pinterest is more of a kind of peekaboo type thing
because
it's just like you're crafting, or people like with fashion. It's just like but not really nothing going on. It's just to get ideas.
And I started, and the next thing I know, people were like, you know what, God is.
But you know what, you have a really solid platform, because you can go across each social media and they're going to find you. You have a solid following.
That follow me on everyone. I can see the messages that they put, and it's the same message that I had on Facebook that I got on Instagram that I had on. So I do take a lot. I do not cross post. We'll get into that.
Gotta talk about that.
But I do take each and every one of my videos and upload them to each platform
separately.
Yes, separately.
What's the reason why? Because the thing that I think of, if they're offering it, why is it not good to do it? Because when you go on Instagram, it has the tool where you can connect your Facebook to cross post, or your TikTok. So why, if you're trying to get monetized, that would not be the best to do?
No, but like I sell shapewear. On my shapewear platform, I have an Instagram Perfect Measure Shapewear that I do every blue moon, because I don't really look at it anymore. I do cross post because that page isn't monetized. So it doesn't bother me to get the height of numbers that I need in order to push it out.
Right.
And when I do my ads, because I do ads, I pay for ads. That's a big deal, people. But when I pay for my shapewear ads, it posts on WhatsApp, it posts on Instagram, posts on Facebook, so it kind of gets them all at one time for one set fee.
So is it good to pay for your ad?
Heck yeah. I never paid for an ad that I didn't get my money back in. I never paid for one ad that I never got my money back. Not one.
That's
not
good.
When it came to crafting, not when it comes to shapewear, never. And sometime before, now I don't have to do it, thank God, but when I wanted to get my numbers up, I would pay, like if one post was doing better than the rest, I would boost that post. And being it would hit more people,
right,
I get more followers. Or either I would boost the post to women only. And then because being a woman, you would want female followers.
Of course.
So I noticed that I've got like 60% men and 40% women.
Right.
So let's do some math here and let me push this towards the women.
Of course.
Because the men ain't gonna do nothing with it. They're not gonna buy my shapewear.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
makes sense.
Ads really help.
Makes sense.
Ads.
So how can we get in contact with you? Because I know social media is the wave now, and we trying to get
93608, and I'll be here.
You know what? Because there's people that want to get monetized, and they probably going to want to go to that class.
11. So you might be too young for these.
I know 777.
Okay, I'm sorry. Come on, let me live. I'm just trying to live.
Everybody that sees this interview probably already knows your platforms, how to get in touch with you. But just they don't. How can we get in contact with you? And when are you going to have the class? And how can they sign up for it?
She put me on blast. I'm going to have a class when I had a class. And I'm going to promote it. And I'm going to push it. And I'm going to pay for the ad when I sell it, okay? Put me up. When you going to do it? Like I just supposed to come up with a time. I'm going to do it next week on the same time now. When I get my stuff together, okay? I got a problem with discipline.
Oh my God.
Okay, is this where you want to go with me? I'm not disciplined. This is what you want to bring out in front of the people.
But you are disciplined. You know how?
No, I can make way more money, girl. Oh, keep going. I'm sorry. Where you was going with this? I'm sorry. I had a moment. Where you was going? I'm sorry.
Because
it's Coco Show.
For you to have the platform, and when I look at how you post, there's discipline behind that.
Because I be liking to talk about God, because I got to tell y'all about him. Happenstance has me here. Happenstance. I'm going to tell y'all what I was doing. This little testimony. If you want to get this part out, then do so. But
no, we're leaving it in. Because I'm getting baptized next week, y'all.
Amen. That's a big deal.
It is. So
that's a big
when somebody
deal.
brings up God, Jesus, I'm not opposed to it, because that is what got me this far.
And let me tell you about him. He is not a toy. He's not a toy. So when you get baptized, I can tell you now, and I ain't been living the best life, so y'all don't come over here talk about she this or that. Stop it. Me and God, we here. Okay? But it's almost like a rebirth. Mm-hmm. It's like I'm getting chills, girl.
It's like
I'm giving myself to God at an age where I can make my own decisions.
Right.
This ain't nothing my mama did. You know, people say she they teach all this, or my mama ain't bring me to church. My mama didn't make me go to church. I found God in my living room. Me and God was sitting up one day. I almost lost my house. Them people fired me from their job.
What?
Girl, me and God, I was in the living room. I don't watch TV. I'm not so I'm sitting at my table one day, and my house about to go into foreclosure. Everything going wrong. I got to the point, girl, where I told them they can take the house. Knowing God gave me my house. Girl, I told them they could take the house. The devil was busy in my life. But at the time, I can't tell you it was the devil busy, and I can't tell you God gave me my house. All I can tell you, I had things in place where God made it able. And I'm sitting at the table, Coco. I will not lie to you. I'm sitting at the table, and
they're talking my language now, people. I love it.
I'm sitting at the table, and I couldn't even feed my dog, Coco. I had a dog that I put up on Facebook, and he was gone in 12 hours because I couldn't. It was $20 I had left in my name. It was a dog that was hungry, and it was me. And I had a beautiful German Shepherd, and it was like, what am I going to do? I'm sitting here, and God showed himself so like I never experienced a God moment like I did at this moment. When God showed me, you don't need this. Everything here, everything that you've been gloating about, everything that you love, everything that is your prized possession, I can take it all in a heartbeat. In one heartbeat, Coco. And when I turned to God and I had to see God for who he was, he gave everything back.
All right.
When I say everything, I got a $9,000 dog right now.
And more.
Right now, I got a dog. He gave me everything. My house to be paid for. I got $14,000 left on. When I almost lost my house. I lost my car. I had to ride around in a hoopty, y'all. But I was so happy about that hoopty because that hoopty worked. But it was like God just showed himself and he showed favor. Right, and then I said, when I lost my job, I lived so far that I couldn't even make it to church. I didn't have gas and stuff, okay? So me and God was talking, and God said, delight yourself in the things of the Lord, and I'll give you the desires of your heart. So I'm like, ooh, well, what am I supposed to do? So I started going to church on Wednesdays.
Because that's where you learn the most.
So I'm going to church on Wednesday to the point where I got in a choir. Now I'm going, but I'm telling God, I don't have enough gas to get here. But I'm still going because I know I have to delight myself in the things of the Lord. So I'm doing more and more to me and God to get closer. I don't know what this God is about. I don't know what he's going to do for me. But I know the scripture says, delight yourself in the things of the Lord.
All right.
And God gave me everything. When I say Coco, girl, baptism.
Yep.
Even your girl. Anyway.
Listen, I've been raised up in the church, and we never had like that. Oh, well, as a little baby, let's baptize you and stuff like that. And like you said, at an age now where I can make my own decisions and I understand what I'm doing, I feel like there's no better time than the present. When I went to where I'm at now, currently Friendship, and you know, just the word and just the atmosphere, everything, it's like I went up and joined. And then
they about to give me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that church is on fire right now, and just being there, being in the atmosphere, being in the spirit, it just makes me feel full for me to go through another day. And now it's just like, it's, you know, when you go up there and you're like, okay, I want to do baptism. Now it's just surreal because it's like, it's next weekend. So now it's like, boom, getting baptized, asking to start doing stuff in the church and being active in the church. It's just like, I just feel like.
But now I want you to also start talking to God and remind him of this feeling.
Right.
So because I was on fire for a long time. And then I got to the point where I just got, that was on fire. And it was on fire to the point where I thought I was a Jesus freak. I'm like, but when I got lukewarm, and I don't even want to say lukewarm, when I fell out, because I didn't fall out with God. These situations happened that made me step back. I knew he was still the same God.
Right.
But I had to start asking myself, or asking God to feel me. Like, I want you to feel me back to the feelings I had before. I want you to feel me back. And this ain't people, places, or things.
Right.
This is him in the spirit. If I'm in my car, God, this is what, let me tell you what happened. I ain't gonna keep y'all, I can talk about God all day. I went yesterday to do photography for an event. It was a golf event. 7:30 in the morning. I don't get up that early no more because God he don't make me get up that early in the morning no more. But I got up that early because they had to play golf and I'm gonna take pictures. And on my way, I listened to some kind of talk radio where I fill myself every morning with good things. I don't fill myself with music, the rap music, the news, none of that. I can't wake up to it because I'm not going to let it dictate my day. Right. So I'm waking up yesterday. I'm sorry if I'm taking too long. But I'm waking up yesterday and I got all these good things in my spirit. And I put something on Facebook like my prayer for today. And then me and God had a conversation that he keeps me in perfect peace. Because when I go around all these different spirits, all these people playing golf, you got 100 people that signed up for a golf tournament. God, keep me in perfect peace. I did not know, Coco, what I was asking him for. My son called me 8 o'clock that morning. And he said, Mama, I totaled the... So, yeah, he totaled my truck. My truck is my baby. But he walked out without a scratch.
That's...
Totaled my truck.
That's a big deal.
So the people at the golf course, they saying, Nora, you want to go home? I said, no, I'm good. Because I got to remember, God's keeping me in perfect peace.
Right.
Called my boyfriend. He went over and he handled my son. 2 hours later, my daughter called me.
Oh, my word.
Mama, I totaled my car.
What?
There's no way.
Yesterday. Two children I have that walked away. My daughter said, Mama, I had a blowout on my tire and it pushed me off the highway. And so I'm reminding myself, God, I prayed this morning, I asked you to keep me in perfect peace. In actuality, I was in perfect peace because the Nora Potts I know would have left them people meltdown, but there was nothing I could do. And she had somebody coming to her assistant. I sent my boyfriend to his assistant. So they were all covered. They walked away, but it is very important how we start our day. It is very important the prayers that we pray. And when we pray them in faith. Because yesterday I walked, now don't get me wrong. I talked to my sisters because I got in the car because, you know, I had to take a moment. And I got in the car and I called my sisters all on the group chat. And I'm like, y'all, I feel like Peter when he walked on water. I said, because every now and then when I get afraid of what just happened, what could have happened, then my nerves get bad.
Yes.
But then I had to remember that God said, keep me in perfect peace.
Okay.
So knowing God, Coco, was the best thing I could have ever done. And no matter how far I drift, how many people tell me I'm wrong, I have a hashtag that I use, right light for a selfie. And one day me and God, I ain't gonna keep doing this, but I'll tell you, I can talk about God all day. Me and God had a conversation. I was in the mirror trying to find the best light because I'm a picture junkie and I'm trying to find the right picture and this, that, and other. And I went from my room to the living room to the guest bathroom. And I ended up in the guest bathroom, which has a brilliant light. And I'm trying to take a picture and God said, you will not get the right picture until you stand in my light. And I'm like, whatever. And I'm still trying. And I never took a selfie that day because God had to deal with me. And when he said it, I knew exactly what he was talking about because there's some things that I do that God ain't pleased with. But you got to keep coming back. You got to keep coming back. And people will make you think because you messed up, God don't have his hands open to you. But he gonna keep his hands open. And no matter how many times people see you to be wrong, people to see you to be, me and God. I keep my eyes on God. I gotta quit reading the comments sometimes. Because the comments sent me smooth hell. People don't even know when all this happened to me, when this whole blow up happened, Coco, and then I'm gonna let you end your life, whatever you want to do. Because I'm telling you, I can talk forever about God. About God.
All right.
Oh,
we here
girl,
for
I'm 50 years old. I got 50 years worth of stories.
Okay.
We here for it.
This last one, when I went viral, this is kind of like a testimony again. When I went viral, I was fasting during Lent season. Every Lent season, I fast. And my fast is social media because I was a social media junkie. I could not eat. That ain't a problem. I can go 12 days without eating if God allowed it. I could go 5 days, but I can't go without coffee, and I couldn't go without social media.
Wow.
So it was either coffee or social media, and social media. That coffee, girl, I need my coffee. But anyway, so.
Oh, Lord.
I'm fasting off of social media. I went to Miami. I was doing something I had no business doing in Miami. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So God see everything. So I'm fasting because I want to get closer to God. But you still in your fasting. You ain't gonna deal with social media, but you gonna go over here and do stuff you ain't had no business doing, Nora. But I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna show you that I see you at all times. So I'm fasting, and my sister them call me, hey Tisa, you need to go on social media because your picture going viral. I say, nope, can't go on social media because I'm fasting. Me and God trying to get close. I'm in Miami doing wrong. I'm showing out in Miami.
And this is the
Miami thing.
So that's the picture that was in Miami.
No, they shared something else. But at the time I'm fasting, I'm in Miami fasting because I'm trying to get closer to God, but I'm over here showing out. You know what I'm saying? I'm showing out. You trying to get closer to God, but you showing out. I'm glad you left because boy. But anyway, so I'm fasting, trying to get closer to God. I'm up to no good. And my sister keep calling me, Tisa, you got to go. So I stopped in the middle of my wrongdoing. And I asked God, y'all fill in the blank, whatever y'all want to say I was doing. Okay. She made up some stuff in her head. Okay, I got you, Nora. She was doing it. Yeah. Anyway, so when I stopped and I had to talk to God, I'm like, God, I know I'm fasting. I know this is going on right here, but I'm fasting. Can I go on social media? And he said, only if you remind them of me. When he spoke that, he didn't even say, look what you're doing. See, God ain't that God.
Right.
You know, people is that God, but God ain't that God.
Right.
So God say, only if you remind them of me. Girl, if I tell you, I opened social media and I went from 5,000 Instagram followers to 37,000 Instagram followers in a matter of minutes from that one picture. So I said, God, I got to say something.
Wow.
I went to Twitter. I went from probably 100 people on Twitter to 8,000 people on Twitter. Everything just went, people was looking for me. YouTube, everything.
And that was off of the one.
He shared that picture, girl, look at God, ain't he good? Ain't he? So anyway, for whatever reason, it was when I was fasting and when I had to talk to God. So when people, come up with all these different things and what I'm supposed to be doing, I knew how I started. I knew where I was when God got me here. So there's nothing that a comment can say. There's nothing that a person can say.
Right.
When I was fasting for God, dealing with the sin I was in.
We just gonna really dwell on.
Because there's a couple people that know about the sin and they like to hold the sin against you.
Oh, then it ain't nothing to hold no more.
Yeah, y'all can't hold that.
Y'all can't hold it against me no more.
It's out. So, fill in the blank. I did what I did. Anyway, so,
if you had anything to say to young Nora, what would it be?
girl, you are beautiful. Girl, love yourself.
Amen.
Girl, ain't nothing wrong with your ears.
Nothing.
Ain't nothing wrong with the gaps in your teeth.
Nothing.
Ain't
Nothing.
not nothing. Let your hair go gray.
Whatever.
My hair started graying at 16.
And that was, I had a girl, but she wore it well. But I think she was like Italian or something. She had like a gray patch, but she let it do what it do.
Graying at 16. I wouldn't smile with my teeth showing because of the gap. Girl, they dogged me about my gap. My ears, I kept my hair over my ears, which I still do because them ears ain't pleasant, but they mine.
People are so
I would
cruel.
tell my younger self to love me.
Exactly.
I had a fight with body shaming because I was always tall, but I was really skinny. So I kept taking them pills, them little booty pills that they
Everybody,
talk about.
yeah.
Girl,
Mhm.
and booty pills, y'all don't let it trick y'all. Booty pills will not give you booty.
No, it gives you
So if you gain
body. If you gain
your
weight in the
stomach-
right places, then you might have a shape, but everywhere else.
See, God knew that I was gonna get in the right places. Now, girl, the thickness over here, girl. If I didn't know, I'm sorry. I had a moment because I didn't have the moments when I was little. I pray for them because I be going in and out.
Oh
But
my
so yeah, I would
God.
tell my younger self, you're gonna grow into you.
Yes.
You're gonna grow into who you
Yes.
should be. What you're going through now, younger self, is what's going to shape you for who you're going to be. Yeah, we need
Absolutely.
to tell our children as parents. I was just speaking to the as a mother. You can look back over your life and see where you probably did not pour into your children as you should have.
Right.
You know, so I think as a mother, and really with this day and age when you got so many different icons to look at and people, you
Right,
know, BBLs
right.
and this and that
Yes.
and this and that. I'm not gonna knock what a person does. I told a girl the other day, when I want a new house, I buy a new house.
Mm-hmm.
When I want a new car, I buy a new car. When I want a new body, I'm gonna buy a new body. But I ain't gonna buy nobody. But if whatever makes you feel good, not because the world tells you what to do,
Right.
but whatever makes you feel good, then live in your spirit. Live in what you love about you. I didn't tell my daughter, I think, enough that she was beautiful. Or, you know, she knew she had good hair, so I would, oh, you got good hair. But there's certain things you expect them to know that they're beautiful.
Right.
You know, and you don't think about the rest of the world when you're going out there. I'm not arming you with the mother's love.
Exactly.
You're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful. Then when you get out there, somebody telling you you're ugly.
Because you never heard it at home that
You're beautiful.
Right.
So you're going to soak in what this world is giving you.
Right.
So I think we as parents now should start pouring into our children, pour into our children's friends, pour into the people you see in the store. Because I get a lot of kids that say stuff to me, not because I'm Nora positive, because I got that spirit where I talk to people, gift of gab. And I tell people, I was talking to a young man yesterday, he was doing something, he made a face. I said, you too handsome for that face. You want to make that face? And he was like, I want to be handsome. I'm like, okay, well, you're handsome if you don't make the face. So things like that, when we start pouring into our children,
Right.
really our black and brown children.
Oh, yes.
And I love our white children as well. So don't be trying. But our black and brown children, we should always pour. We should pour. And some of them do not have families at home that pour into them.
Absolutely.
So I'm
yes.
a big believer of pouring into our youth. And if somebody would have poured into me, a lot of the mistakes that I made, I come from a family which was full of drug abuse. So my mom loved me, but I didn't get what I consider what I gave my daughter.
Right.
What a mother should pour out.
Right.
So now I've learned I'm going to pour into every child I see. I'm going to pour into every young woman that I see because of the mistakes I made as a young woman, the decisions I made as a young woman, the things I did as a young woman. I'm going to pour.
And I feel like that's very important because, like you said, sometimes they don't have that voice at home. So for somebody to just pass by and be like, you know what, you so pretty, they'll take that and they'll actually hold on and run with it because somebody outside of my house said that I am this. So I feel like that is very, very important. Now, do you have any words for Bella Talks?
Bella, just keep pushing. I am so honored to be here. This is one thing that I wanted to do, but my discipline is out the window. Because this is a big deal. This is a big deal, and you showcase our city. And I know it's going to be bigger than our city. It's going to be bigger than you imagine.
I hope.
Two reasons.
Praying.
One, because you're going to be consistent. But two, because of the big step you're making. So once you put God in your equation, it's about to blow. So whatever you want, your desires, your needs will be met.
Absolutely.
Now, don't be asking for stuff that God ain't gonna give you now. Don't be doing God one for me. So, but what I got now, God knew. I'm sorry, I had a moment. But yeah, don't be asking God for stupid stuff. Desires in your heart, the things that you need, God is going to make sure they come.
Absolutely.
So,
and that's crazy. We just had
moving.
that was our topic in church.
Okay, preach.
So you was, yeah. Yes, it was very good, very uplifting. So I don't have anything else to say, but I am going to leave this interview right here. I have the beautiful Nora Potts.
Did you tell them where to find me?
You ain't even going to say that.
I talk about God. I told you. Once I started talking about God, it's over. So she was gonna leave that interview right there. But you can.
No, but I was gonna go back and put the stuff on the bottom of the screen as you pass over. But I do want to have you say where they can find you. Because
everywhere, baby.
She is already like cross platforms, and I'm pretty sure y'all know how to get to her Instagram, Facebook, all that. But I want you to tell her. I want you to tell them. Well, tell them how to get to you.
Tell them. So you can find me on every platform, Nora Potts. But my Nora Potts.
The Instagram is like something else too.
I said what I said.
Oh. Is Pinterest Nora Potts?
Pinterest is Nora Potts.
Across the board.
TikTok is anti-Nora, but like I told you, I don't care about TikTok. TikTok be, man, they dog me. I have a, oh my God, if I can fight that man, I wouldn't fight him. But TikTok dog me, man. TikTok dog me bad. Anyway, so Nora Potts, on all of my platforms. I have 2 Facebook pages. One is Nora Tisa Potts and one is Nora Potts. Both of them, which are both of them.
Listen, I will be at the class for monetization because I need to know the ins and outs of how and what is required for monetization. Because if you...
Can I tell you a secret?
You telling Bella Talks a secret?
I'm telling you, man, I don't keep secrets. I do keep some, not many. I'll keep. Everything that I will teach is in the plain writing on Google.
But
I'm
sometimes
going to
it's
to
not
make it more personal.
Right.
I'm going to put everything you need to know in one spot.
Got it.
I'm going to tell you what works for me and what will work for you, because what works for me don't work for you.
Right.
So your plan must be strategic.
Got
and
it.
I'm going to show you how to make a strategic plan for your social media.
Because I'm a nano, so I need to know how to work that lane to get to the next level.
And you know, nano can make just as much.
I know that.
Okay.
So that's why I'm trying to see what steps I need to get to that level. Right.
All right. All that will be found in the class.
So we're going to end it again for the second time. No, I'm just kidding. So I have, again, the beautiful Nora Potts, and I am your host, K Bella, and this is Bella Talks.